Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. Unfortunately, I'm a little sick today, so I apologize if my voice is heavy, thick, sniffly. We're taking a look today at the Straw Harvest DLC. Why do I call it a DLC? Well, this is an unofficial and yet official DLC from a manufacturer that is working for Giants. So it's not produced by Giants itself, but it actually has, I guess you could say, like official status. In fact, if you go into the menus and you go to purchase one of the items from this pack, it shows up like any of the Giant stuff would. It doesn't say mod. It actually shows up with the add-on Straw Harvest, just like the Giants add-ons do. But once again, this is a third-party, very well thought out pack. So from the outset, you're going to look at this and go, this is just another stupid, couple new balers and nothing new. There's a lot to this mod. I've been reading the manual and kind of going through what is included in this, and there's a lot to it. Now, first things first, we have a little bit more realistic bale operation if you like it. For the big baler, we have to load it up with these twine. We have twine here. The object's too heavy. I can't carry it. Now I don't know if we can open and close it. I know there were some. I don't think they're. Yeah, see, it doesn't give us the options to open and close this. I think you just pull next to it and press a trigger button. But this gives you an idea of what it looks like. And I've also added here. I purchased this with the option to be able to use this trailer, and I'll show you how that works too. It's pretty cool. But you can go into the menu. This is one thing I wanted to show you about this. So this is a square baler. With a couple add-ons. And what we're going to deal with here is if I go into the menu and I go to purchase this, this gives me a couple options, and this is true of all the equipment in this pack. You can pay an additional $10,000, and this makes it behave like an in-game baler. So basically, if you don't want to have to purchase the pallets with the twine and reload it from that pallet, just do the automatic mode. Also, if you're going to be using the bale collect, if you say bale chute, this will put that chute on the back, and I'll actually buy one so you can see it. So here, if you look at the new one that I just purchased, which is over here, see this has this door on the back. This one does not have it because it's going to dump them onto this. So if you want to skip doing all this loading stuff, you can just buy the extra $10,000 manually reload, and you don't have to do that. This baler, I think, is also going to need twine. I could be wrong. No, actually, that the round baler is going to use this this stuff. This is the wrap for the round bales. So you have twine for the square bales. You have the wrap for the round bales. Not to be confused with silage wrapping, but this is an actual wrap. And then this is molasses. This is going to be for our Premios. Now, so there's a new add-on that comes with this game for crop. You can sell and buy, or you can sell compressed straw and compressed hay. So this thing will compress both straw and hay. It comes out as two separate materials. You add molasses and water to it to keep it stuck together. Now, one of the benefits that they've added in-game with this Primos is that you can use it as regular straw and regular hay, but the storage is like a quarter. So if you buy one of these units and turn your hay into pellets, and all of a sudden you need hay for your animals, and you need some straw for your animals for bedding, you just go in there with your shovel and scoop some of the pellets that you've made, and you can feed it to them or put it into your mixer. It's much more compressed than just storing straw. So if I store like a field worth of straw, it's going to be this huge pile of straw, but if I compress them into pellets, it's going to be a small pile of pellets. So it requires a lot less storage if you turn your stuff into pellets. So this is a device that not only can you sell the pellets, and they actually have we've got a couple placeables that we'll take a look at towards the end of this video. But they've given us a new, I got to find them. There we go. You have a sell point that you can place anywhere you want. Now, you got to be careful because the prices do drop as you bring stuff to sell. So, it'll have the little triangle or the little square where you sell things, like it has like that marked off area, and you're going to put your items down in there, and it'll sell it automatically. But you need to decide where you want the sell point to be. and then you're going to deliver it to that. Um, and so that's where you sell the pellets that you've made. If you've palletized them. Now, you can't just sell them. You have to palletize them. Well, how do you do that? Well, you got to buy this pellet haul. At $400,000, it's not a bargain. So this is a system that you have to really want to put in place. Now, once again, if you're using the pellets just to store straw and to store hay and to make it easier on yourself as far as storage goes, then you don't need to buy this haul. If you're just going to take that material and feed it to your animals. But in order to sell it, you're going to need one of these points, and you're probably going to need the pellet haul. I don't think you can sell just straight up pellets. I think they have to be palletized for you to sell them. We can try it out. We'll figure it out as we play. But anyway, so for those of you that are new to my channel, I tend to take a long, in-depth look at things. If you're looking for a 10-minute video, this is probably not going to be what you're looking for. We're going to take this equipment out. We're going to run it. We're going to try it out. We're going to try the different options that come with it. Another cool thing that came with this pack, and this is something that people, I don't think they think about, but we have a 4 bale picker upper. This picks up 3, I think, bales. This guy picks up more. This is going to be in conjunction with this thing, and so will this guy right here. I have these set up for a front loader. These can pick up 3 bales at once. But if you stack your bales, you can use this. So if you have one of these, this is something that nobody ever uses in game. I don't know anyone that uses the Artisan. But now we have a reason to do this. You can stack 3 of these. This will make a 3 stack. And then you're going to come over with your telehandler or your front loader, and you're going to grab this, and I want to show you this. These smaller ones are available on both telehandler and I'm going to go to bale handling technology. They're available for both. So if I go here and I have this, this guy that picks them up off the ground or this guy that picks the stack up, when I go in there, I can pick front loader, wheel loader, or telehandler. It works for all 3 of them. I think, does this one do all 3? Yep. So you can do a tele, front loader, or wheel loader for this one too. This one is wheel loader only because it's so large. So this is going to have to work with JCB or Liebherr. But and once again, also for those of you that are coming in, this is PC only. I know I'm going to get a lot of people asking, is this computer only? Yeah, this is computer only, sadly. But anyway, this will stack your bales to 3 high, and then you can just bring a telehandler out with this guy, grab onto the bales, and set them on this cart. And that will make stacking bales a lot easier. So anyway, that's one thing. Or if you're using this thing, and I'll show you this in operation, this is going to leave 3 of them on the ground. So you grab one of these, pick it up with that, and then you can just stack the 3 right onto the trailer. Once again, easy pickup is what this is about. This is about doing straw faster. This is the conveyor belt. If you want to set up one of those buildings where you sell the pallets, you can bring your Premios in there and hook this up to it and set bales onto the onto it, and it'll make pellets. You can also just dump pellets straight in, though, so you don't have to have this device. You could bring a trailer full of pellets in and just dump it, I think. So we'll try all this out. Once again, it's a learning process. I will be learning as I go also because some of this equipment's new to me also. So let's go ahead. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to play around with the small baler. We might as well start small and get a couple round bales. I don't want to make too many, but really this baler just adds round baling with the wrap. So it's not adding too much to the game. This is the smallest one. Let's take a look in the shop at the stats. So if we go into baling technology, we have our little Comprima V180XC. And this guy is only $81,000, though. That's still significantly more expensive than our the roll belt. It's at least $7,000 or $8,000 more, but the Krone quality is worth it. It doesn't really matter in game, If you're a big Krone fan, there you go. I don't see it as a great price point, but if you want realistic operation, what was our stats? I'm sorry. This requires an 80 horsepower tractor. I have a feeling at the size it's at, you're probably going to be better off with like a 150 horsepower tractor. So let's go ahead and grab a tractor. And I'm sorry about the cough drops. I am sick as a dog today, but I've been waiting forever for this to come out. So let's go ahead and grab. I'll just grab a T6. Should be plenty. 140. There we go. Whatever. Just grab it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take this baler out, and we are going to get some action going on. I'll see you in just a sec. Now, I drove out here and immediately forgot that I have to fill this thing up. I've got 50, enough for, whoa, 25 bales. I'm 15% full, so it's not the end of the world. I could do some baling. I probably should mow some grass, too, so we have some hay. But we'll deal with that in a minute. So here we come up to the straw field, and we're going to go ahead and make our first set of bales. Once again, I'm not too worried about the hay, but just know that you can also make hay pellets, and we probably will mess around with that. You want to keep them separate, obviously, and they will probably separate just like any other material in the game. Oops, wrong freaking button. There we go, that's what I wanted. This is lower, yeah. All right, so I've not done the operation of this guy. I don't know. We'll find out what happens here. Nice details on the animations. Look at that, the baler. Looks really good. And, yeah, look at the straw going. I mean, everything's done really well. This thing's already almost full. Now, I think we have to, yep, we have to automatically unload this. Or, I'm sorry, manually unload it. I have to find the button. That turns it on and off. There we go, there's unload. Oh, and here's another thing, too. All right, so this is a smaller, you'll notice this bale. The reason why it filled up so fast, look how tiny this bale is, okay? Now, I don't know how this is going to affect the game. I got a feeling that this is going to screw all your automatic bale loaders up and stuff like that, but we can do a test in a couple minutes here and see how it goes. That's one thing I forgot to mention about this baler. If we go into our menu, you can set the bale size, and I don't know what the default bale size is. We got 3 different sizes. The 1.1 is what we just made. You got a 1.3. I think the 1.55 is the standard, and then 1.8. So let's go ahead and make a 1.3. We'll make 4 bales, one each size. Oops, should probably turn this back on. Yeah, I can do this. And you'll notice that changes the amount of bales we can do, I believe. 20 bales. We're going to unload this thing. So there's the next size up. You can see it's a little bit bigger. All right. And put that back down. And then let's go ahead and change the size again. So F1, O. Now we're going to get for a 1.5. And I'm just curious to see how they handle this in game. Maybe the game does actually, handle it differently. You can see this bale has more material in it. All right, I'm going to dump that off. We have 5,000 in that one. Okay, and now we're going to change sizes again. This time we're going to go to 1.8. And no, there's only 14. That's weird. It's like changing the amount of bales very quickly. That doesn't give you an accurate count. But probably because of the size of the thing. Okay, so 6,500. So it seems like about 1,500 per bale size is the difference in size. Oh, what did I do? Oh, that's cool. That's to open it up so you can load more stuff in. That's cool. Let's go ahead and dump this out. There's the biggest bale. And now it's counting correctly because we haven't changed it. So if we go through the sizes, if you watch up here on the left side there, with 1.1 meter bales, I can get 20 bales out of what I got left. I can get 17 bales with 1.3, 15 bales with 1.5, and with 1.8, I can get 13 bales. So it counts according to the size, which is pretty cool. 6,500 is more. I think none of these are actual bale size, like for the regular size. So hold on, let's do a test. All right, so the first thing that you're going to notice that's different here is that the standard bale size for us in the standard game is 4,000. So the other thing that I noticed at the shop, though, and this is kind of cool, it looks like you might be able to, and we're going to test this out, we might be able to take our baler and keep running it and not stop while we're emptying it out because this baler has an extra capacity. It has a preload, supposedly. So let's go ahead and dump this out. And we're going to take a look physically at these differences. So, yeah, you can see this one's a little bit smaller. So we have a lot of different bale sizes now. I'm not sure what the default is, but it's got 4,000, and that's different than what we have capacity-wise on this. This is a 5,000-liter bale. You can see here the difference. You got the wrap. The Krone wrap is on this one versus the just standard in-game wrap. So that's pretty cool. They do make a difference. Now, I know all of this stuff was available via mod for FS15, and so some people are going to be, a little bit bent out of shape about that. I don't know. I mean, I get being upset about it because it's like, hey, why are we having to pay for something that we've already got? Yeah, I get it. Like that, I don't know if you can load these onto the your bale collector. That's cool though. That's a pretty big bale. So let's go ahead and grab this. And I'm going to try something here. We're gonna get this running and see if we can keep baling while we're full. It may not work. I know there were some mods in 15 that had a preload, and you could just keep rolling with them while you were wrapping and doing all that kind of stuff, like the McHale's and the. I think you can dump this one anytime you want, but nope, it stops collecting. So there's the answer. So this does not allow you to preload like I was hoping. Oh well, there's the test. Okay, so so you can see they're different. We definitely have different bale sizes, and I don't know in game like what kind of problems that's going to cause because it's gonna be awkward for our picker upper to pick up bales that are the wrong size. Let's go ahead and test that out and see what happens. All right, so we're back. So here's where our funky bale thing comes in. Let's see how this does. Is it going to accept this? It does. Look at that. Now, did it make it? No, it kept, from what I can tell, it kept the regular size. It kept its size. It looks tiny on there. Look at that. Is our next size up? No, yeah, look, they're different sizes. Well, that's promising. Let's see what these big ones do, though. Okay, there you go. This bale is not supported. So our 1.1, or sorry, the 1.3 meter bales are the ones that are going to be accepted. We can do that size or smaller. So it carries a little bit more, it looks like, or a little bit less. Let's do one more test here. I want to figure out what size, how much material is the 1.3. If it's 4,000, then it matches. So let's go ahead and start this up. Nope, wrong button. Come on, Arthur. All right, so we're going to lower it, turn it on. Let's fire this baby up. And we're going to change the size to 1.3 meters. There we go. Let's go ahead and collect the bale. My guess is it's going to be 4,000. It's going to be the same size as the 23, 38, 38. Okay, so our exact size in game is 1.3 meters. That's the size bale that we have. So if you want to keep them the same size as the bales that you're making in game, we have this 1.3 meter bale. And you can pick both the smaller one and that size up with your that's cool that you can make smaller bales though, because these big ones though you're going to have to pick up manually, and these huge ones, of course, once again you're going to have to use a manual loader to pick these up. So those two larger sizes, the 1.5 and the 1.8, are too big for the pickup wagon. These are going to have to be picked up, but that you get 6,500 material. I mean, that's a lot more straw. That's like, let's see, fits 1,500 over, right? I'm sorry, 2,500 over what the standard bale is, because you're at 4,000 to 5,000, 5,000 to 6,000, 6,000, 6,500. So you got 2,500. They're almost twice the size. it's like getting one of those little bales on just by default. You get it like a regular bale. You're getting, how do I put this? You get, sorry. You get this much material, both of these bales put together almost in one of those bales. So you have to handle them differently, but you get more bang for your buck. So let's go ahead and hop back to the shop. All right, next up is our big pack, the 1290 HDP2 XC. This is our giant square baler, and we're going to also use it with this handy dandy spread out trailer, along with, I probably will dump a couple on the ground so I can try my Arcoosan stack theory. Let's go ahead and grab a big tractor. I don't have anything up at the shop, so we'll just, hang on. Let's see what the horsepower requirements are first. So let's take a look at the stats. This is a big baler. It requires a 258 horsepower tractor, so I'm going to guesstimate probably realistically more around 300 horsepower is going to be your happy place, because you don't want to buy a tractor that's just 250. So this is going to be for the big farm. This is the one where you've been making a lot of money, and now you want to spend some of that money on big equipment. Let's see. There we go. I think I like New Holland. I like them all, actually. I'm not really particular. I like all brands. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. And we're going to pick this up. Now, one of the things that we're going to need to do is we're going to need to refill this. So let's try that out. I'm going to shove this one out of the way. Move it. Move it or lose it. All right, so here we go. And I think it's just going to be the normal reload, right? Maybe not. Oh, lower twine boxes. Okay, so that's the Z key. Oh, my. Oh, and then R, refill barreler. Ta-da! Is that it? Are we refilled all the way? Let's take a look at that unfolded. That's pretty sweet. Oh, look. So we're full up. That's really cool. Now, the other baler, the round baler, just opens up on the front, as you saw when I opened it by mistake. Wow, that's really cool. So the twine's all loaded up. It doesn't use a whole pallet, but it uses most of it. All right, so here's that. And we're going to go ahead and zip that back up. Just things to break. If you're a farmer, you're looking at that going, it's like a Ferrari with the gull doors, the gull wing doors. They're a pain in the butt, but they're so cool looking. All right, I'll be back. I got all the way down here and forgot my trailer. We're going to make 3 square bales using the regular just setup, because I want to have them for our Arcoosan demo. So we're going to turn this on. Nope. Oh, I have to have it. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, so this time I've got it right. I brought down the... whoops, wrong button. I brought down the big baler with the correct attachment, and I also brought down the attachment. We're going to unfold this bad boy, I think. Let's see, that's going to be this button. Nope, wrong one. There we go. We're going to turn it on. And we're going to Lova. So I'm going to make 3 bales with this guy. And this is a 300 horsepower tractor, and I'm having a hard time pulling. You can see this baler dwarfs my tractor. I mean, you might even be better with like a 400 horsepower plus tractor. We have a T7. I'd say the T8 probably be a good fit for this. So any of the, like the Massey 8800 or the Big Fent or the Giant Valtra. I mean, you're talking big money when you come to this equipment, because this is freaking huge. There's 2. There's 3. That should be good. We'll do one more all the way up. So 4 altogether. Trying to slow down so I don't overdo it, but I slowed down too much. Yep, that's good enough. I'm going to push those off. Nope. How do I get those off of there? Nope. Oh, God. There we go. Okay. Okay. So that's the standard bale operation. Really nice unit. This thing is freaking huge. You know, once again, you need a big... This is meant for a big tractor. It's a pretty cool baler. So let's go ahead and do the second function of this baler, which is going to be the cooler function. Okay, so here we are backing up to pick up our stack trailer. I have no idea how this works. I've never used this before. And so there we go. We're attached. Now it's showing it as 2 separate units, so we're going to unfold this guy. Oh, look at that. It sucks in. Oh, that's cool. And you can pull that with a tractor, so it is... So now we need to pick up the different unit, and we're going to unfold this. We don't need to. Okay, so is it ready to go on? It is. Okay. Here we go. Once again, just barely moving it with this thing. It'll pick up speed, though. Now, I don't know if this auto unloads or if you got to unload it yourself. If it's like beep, beep, beep. It's pretty cool. We'll grab more of this other row. Well, the baler turns its wheels so it can help steer. That's pretty cool. And, oh, they auto-unload. So there we go. There's the answer. They stayed nice together, nice and neat together, too, so that's cool. We'll get one more group of 3, and I'll show you what I'm thinking. I'm not sure exactly how you'd get these on the trailers in a unique fashion. I think you'd have to run it. We'll see. We'll find out. Just hold on. Hold on. Everybody slow down. Now, I think you probably have to use a wheel loader for 3 bales because it's pretty heavy stuff. So that's good enough. We'll stop there. But that gives you an idea of how that works. I think that is going to be a very helpful, you know, unit on the farm. That's really cool. Look at how it does that. It just dumps them right there together. Don't forget, this also works for hay, and it should work for grass, too, until you get to the pellet part. You can't make grass pellets. But there's our straw. So let's go ahead and grab one of the telehandlers and try this out. All right, I've brought the trailer down with our little front loader here, and we're going to see. This should be able to pick up all 3 of these. And I don't know, how do I actuate this? Let's see. Y. Grab bales. Interesting. Is it only the middle ones that work? I don't know. I've never done this before, so bear with me. Looks like we're lined up. All right, and we're going to put this down like that. I don't know if this little forklift's going to be able to lift this, though. This might be too much weight, but... Okay, so... Ooh, satisfying. The Kramer definitely is struggling. This might be better for definitely a tractor with a big weight on the back or a telehandler. You know, because you can buy this with the tele attachment. But that's pretty slick. Death. Look how big that freaking bale is. Oh! Yeah, so you need something heavier. This little telehandler's really not cut out to do this. We could do it, but it's I'm trying to get like precision mounted bales. It's not happening. So now we know. Don't be a fool. Oh God. All right. That is not pretty. Sorry. But it works, and the bales aren't slipping around. One of the problems I've had with some of the mods that do this, like where you have multiple bales, is that they just don't get the physics right, and they end up slipping all over the place. So this is good news that this actually works. And it's pretty, I'd say, fairly fast compared to doing it like 3 bales individually. There we go. We can kind of strive. I didn't do a great job backing up because I couldn't get around this other bale here, but kind of poke these on with the front. There we go. Ta-da! And we'll go grab 3 more and be done with this test. Let me hop out here and fasten these guys down. I don't trust myself. There we go. Now, one of the problems of doing it this way, obviously you can see here, is that we're not going to get every bale strapped. It's like every other bale, but it shouldn't come loose. Famous last words. You really want the bales to be running the other way, but might need a wider trailer. All right, get me out of here. There we go. So let's go ahead and grab this, and I will be right back. All right, so let's do this one more time just for fun. And we're going to get this lined up here. Looking kind of bad. Try that again. Back and forth. And put this down. Don't touch me. There we go. Oop, nope. Come on, Artie. All right, and then we're going to snap those on. Whoop. And bring it back and totally flip the tractor over. Yeah, you definitely need to have a larger. This is way too small for this, but you get the idea. That's the whole point. You get the idea of what we're doing here. So let's go ahead and pop this up. Am I lined up? Pretty lined up. Not exactly, but. So this is a fairly fast way to stack these bale trailers. I think that that to me makes the mod worth it right there. That's totally cool. Now I wouldn't pay $20 for just that, but that's pretty cool, man. Yep. So now we get these stacked up double high, and you can just keep loading the trailer up. Very, very neat piece of equipment, and definitely helps you load things faster. Now, the other thing that I wanted to try, I've brought down. Well, I'll show you here in a second. All right, so I brought my Arkusen down, and we are going to load these. This is things that kind of a pain in the butt to use. I don't really like it particularly, but it never goes well. But this is just another way to load these on, and we're going to try one of the other attachments here. Now the front loader attachment can pick up 6 at a time, which is kind of an interesting thing. I'm not. Wow, how did these get like that? Oh, because I unloaded the thing here. I unloaded the thing with the thing. Now this does not do 4-stack. It does 3-stack. I don't know why they call it a 4-stack, because it only does 3-stack, but it's 4-stacking. I think Arkusen is a Polish company, so it could just be English. Why they called it that? Same thing like with the Roslamash, Roslamish. I can never get this last bale. Harvesters, they call the forge harvester, they call it the 4-up. It's like for picking up material. It's called a 4-up. So this is full, and we're going to go ahead and open that up and dump these off. There we go. And so you can see there we have a nice stack, and so we're going to grab our, well, I'm going to get something different here, so hold on. All right, so now it's time to have some fun with the JCB front loader, and here's what we got. So we have this, I bought one for the telehandler. This is the vertical bale grab, and you can see here it's totally vertical. So it's designed for this kind of stack, this is a lot easier to move this stuff around like this, personally, because now you can get 3 high on the trailer. I mean, I suppose we could do nah, you can't really. for it a little bit. And we're going to bail grab it. Sweet. And this tractor is heavy enough, or this device is heavy enough that it's not. So, but you can get more on this way. More on. You can do stacks of 3 all the way across. Or 6 even. I've tried that before. Didn't end well. Even with the straps, everything came off. So now the nice thing is there's no sticking to the, like how we've always had problems with the fork sticking. This is just bad driving on my part. But there's no fork stick. So when I get the thing in place, oh, like this, sort of, we're going to back this up a little bit. Once I get it in place, then I can just drop it, and I don't have to like fight with the forks to get it on. Hang on, let's see. It's not quite there. We go. All right, and I'm going to drop it, and that's it. I just push them off with my stop. I'm so used to having games where gas is gas and brake is brake, and this having the farm sim, because I've been playing truck sim a lot. The farm sim throws me off because you have to hold the gas down to go backwards and forwards. It's like it's not how you really do it. Brake is brake and gas is gas. So we're going to shove these on. But that, anyway, gives you an idea of what this bale grabber does. I think these could be, you could really load some bales pretty quickly with this setup. However, you do have to run the Artisan, which is a pain in the butt. So I don't know. But this, to me, gets more off the field a lot quicker. So anyway, that is how that works. I thought you guys would like to see that. So let's go ahead and move on to the kind of the belle of the ball here. This is the Primos. All right, so we have the Primos ready to go. Now, for the sake of the video, I have put it on automatic water refill and automatic molasses refill, so I don't have to keep stopping in and filling it up. But I don't think we're going to go for that long anyway. But I've turned the device on. You can see here it's got the wood pellet thing in motion, and I'm going to go ahead and put the cruise control on. Imagine it probably goes at 6. Yes, it does. And interesting, it counts it as wood chips. So I don't know. I think we have to process these. I think the way that this goes, but maybe it does. Actually, no, this does process it because it makes it into wood chips. That's pretty cool. So there's the pellets. That's really cool. Now this is going to fill up fast, so I don't know if we have to. We have to dump it off into an auger, or how this works. We could probably just dump it right here, but I don't want to do that. Let's see what our options are. Pipe out. It does have a pipe, so I think my pipe out button is this one. There it is. Ah, so you can offload to a tipper. Okay. We'll do that in a minute. So if you have multiplayer, I think you can hire workers to do harvesting of straw and stuff now, so you should be able to use this like a harvester and just run alongside. It does fill up pretty quick, so that one row was enough to fill it up, 80%, 90%. I wonder what happens. Does it? Oh, yeah, it just stops. Okay, so it shuts off, and we're going to raise that up. So let's get a tractor with a tipper and unload it. So I got what I thought would be a tipper that's low enough to get underneath that spout, and it looks like I just barely got it. So this Joskin's probably, there's a good foot or two above it, but it's really close. I mean, I wouldn't try to get any closer. So is there like an offloading? Because it's not automatically offloading. I'm stuck. Crap. Oh, there it goes. Was I not under it? I just wasn't under it enough. Okay. So this is probably the biggest tipper I would recommend. The Joskin holds 31,000 liters. We'll do a little bit more with this just to take a look at it. I wonder if I hire somebody. Let me get in this tractor and see if I can. Can I hire a worker? No. So you're on your own for this. You can't hire a worker. That's fine. So if you have multiplayer, you could keep it running and unload while you're doing it. Oops. But if you're single player like I am right now, well then, you're on your own. Oh, the Primos. We didn't look at the stats. Let's do that real quick here. So it requires a 350 horsepower tractor. Yeah, that's some serious horsepower requirements. Our Fendt has 390, so it's up to the task. But just be aware that you do need a pretty serious tractor to pull this thing. Once again, this is not a game for the poor. And at $350,000 for just the unit, it's going to set you back some serious money. But if it's easier to store, which it is, this might be a good, or if you want to sell it, this is a good way to do it. So sweetness. So now that we have our pellets, we're going to figure out how to do the next portion. And this is going to be the last portion of the video. We are going to take a look at making the pellets into pallets. From pellets to pallets with Arthur. We'll fill this guy up the rest of the way. That way we'll have some pellets. Don't forget that this also works for hay. So if you've got some hay on your farm, and since you're on the PC version, you let it sit out overnight, you don't really need any hay. You can turn that into pellets too, and it makes a separate material. They're not. You're not making just hay, or you're not making the same material. It's separate. You'll have hay pellets and you'll have straw pellets, and they can be used to feed the animals, or here we got. This is pretty cool. But you can see how much compactor this, much more compactor. We've turned literally thousands of liters of straw into just a couple thousand liters of pellets. Really cool stuff. Okay, don't do that. This is a really cool mod. So let's go ahead and buy our little facility, our little $400,000 facility, and we'll put the rest of the pieces of this puzzle together. So let's buy a can't be placed here. Oh, bummer. Yeah, the trick is finding somewhere to put this thing. This is a big facility. How do I change my view? Like, how would you even get into it if it's that high up off the ground? Can we rotate it? There we go. That ain't working. That's the way you do it. Already I see a problem. See, I think what this is going to do is well, let's try it. We'll just set it up here at the end of this field. It's interesting that grass fields are okay. What I'm hoping is that I'm not seeing like a huge... Click the wrong button. Sorry. I clicked off the screen. I think... Escape. Let's see how that did. Nope. Okay. Wait, what? There's my building way up there. Let's go up there and see what we got. All right. All right, here we go. Oh, look, it does have a ramp. That's cool. So it's got a ramp to get in and out. Despite my bad placement. They thought about that. So here is the facility. Now, you can store pellets in these. Now, supposedly you can add and remove storage spaces. So let's take a look and see how that works. Oh, and there's an operating crane too, just so you know. X. increase storage space. Oh, and see, it brings those out. That's really cool. So you can make it twice the size. That's pretty slick. Slick. Now you can set your harvester up here. This is what they were showing in the demo, and we'll do that last. But I want to show you how this will work. All right, so we're going to back this out. Pardon me. Pardon me. And we're going to back this in here. They should have put the door across. Or maybe added a second door. Come on. Go the way I want you to. Nope. Nope. I can never do these turny wheel trailers. They're too sensitive. Like, you just... Okay, I still get it. Alright, so we're going to back this in here. And almost there. Alright. There we go. Nice. Not at all what I wanted. Okay. So this trailer might even be a little large for what we're doing. But we can dump this here, and it's going to... Cool. You can see the storage is even smaller where we're at, I think. Let's take a look here. All right, so we'll turn that off. And let's see what we did. What did you do? It didn't dump out the back, did it? Nope. I just wish this facility wasn't so expensive, but you can maybe give yourself a government grant. So it's 15,000. Yep, 15,000 liters, 12%. So it can hold quite a bit of space. Here's our pallet machine. So what we're going to do here is we're going to use the crane. E, operate crane. Okay. Oh, it's connected to my headset. That's a little weird. I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing. What did I do? Okay, hang on. Let me get back out and start it over again. E. I killed the crane. E, operate crane. Okay, but how do I see what I'm doing? This is probably not meant for track IR, I guess. Is there a different camera view? Oh my goodness. This part's not going so well. So they obviously didn't test this out with track IR because I don't even know what I'm doing, and I can't really get out of it. Wow, okay. I wish it didn't force you into track IR view, but our other option is to do it. Wow. We just really screwed things up, didn't we? Yeah, once you're there, it's done. All right, so let me get a front loader. I'll be right back. All right, so note to self: track IR does not work with the new straw DLC. Just keep that in mind, folks. I've broken the crane severely, but we should be able to shovel this stuff up and put it in, make pallets from it. So theoretically, we can just dump this in here, and it'll operate. There she goes. And maybe just one at a time. How much? Let's see what this has in it. It's 32% full. Supply lasts for 3 minutes. Oh, look. And look, we're making the pallets. That's really cool. So look, it's got the little bag, and it dumps them in. Palletizer 24SK. Emergency shut off. Cool, look at that. And it's making him into, it's taking him and putting him on there. First row. Oh, I love machinery. Look, and there's a pallet. It's going to stack that up, and then the pallets will come out, I think, on, they'll come here. And when this gets full, you have to empty it out because it'll stop operating. But, so then we can take those and sell them wherever we decide to put our sell point. I would, if you're smart, you'd put it right next to the building. But if you want to make it more realistic, you probably want to put it somewhere up in town. I'll do another scoop here. Awesome. So you can do it this way, or if you want to be like, you know, cool about it, we'll do it the other way too. There's a second way to do this. Now, obviously, using the crane to load it would be, instead of having to bring a front loader in here, that probably would be pretty cool. But we screwed up, and so our crane is now broken. No track IR. So if you're using track IR, don't expect the crane to work. All right, I'll be right back. All right, so we're going to begin setting up the next phase here, and that's going to be to use the Premios as a in-shop harvester. Now, the downside is you have to keep the tractor attached to it. You can't just run it off of, like, the factory's power. So you still have to have a really big tractor to run it, 350 plus horsepower. So, I don't know. I don't really see a benefit to doing it this way, but I guess maybe there's some kind of benefit to doing it this way, but once again, I don't. Oh, brother. You can see already teething issues. The door, they should just put a door in the middle. I don't know why they did it like this, but okay, well, you work with what you got, right? So we're going to open this up to, I think the pipe needs to come out before we get it into place, because then it won't, the idea is to dump the pellets into, let's see how we're doing on this side. Do 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 do. All right, so there's dee dee do 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 dee da dee 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 do dee 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 do. All right, and so let's see, what do we need to do on this thing? Turn on pellet harvester, unload here. Well, there's nothing in it, so we can't really unload here. Lower pickup. That's it, huh? Okay. Well, let's hop out. And we're going to need some bales. I think what we do is, oh, look at this crane. Is like, hey, take it easy, brother. My game's going to crash. I know it. Dang it. It's going to screw the whole thing up. I'll be back. All right, so we're going to attempt to set this up. There's not a lot of information in the instructions about how to do this, so I'm kind of going to be figuring this out as we go. First things first, I'm going to put that down. And we're going to grab off the trailer. I've brought the processing connector. This is the little device that we use to load the straw. Do this. We're going to turn these belts off. I can't see. I'm pretty sure this attaches over on this side. So let's go ahead and open up our menu. I saw it for just a second. I saw attach. So we're going to get closer again. They really want you to be like precise, if this is what I'm thinking. Nope, there it is. So we can attach now. Okay. So we have now applied our bale shredder, so it really has to be pretty precisely positioned. Now let's see if we can get this dang thing back in and where it's supposed to be. Definitely seeing some frame rate slow down. I don't know. My computer's been having some issues lately with frame rate. Actually, not lately. I think I have to rebuild it. I installed a new motherboard without changing Windows, and I'm thinking that I am currently paying the price for that. But this computer does a lot. So anyway, there's a little bit of frame rate slowdown, but that could be just the DLC too. Okay, here we go. All right. All right, unfold the bale shredder. X. Cool. And we need the pipe out. Fold bears. Oh, and I need to select. Okay, so we need to select the other attachment. Honk. I'm not. Okay, so pipe out. That's going to screw things up. Oh, dang it! I have to do this again. The good news is it has little wheels on it, so we can make it do its thing. That's probably good right there. Let's go ahead and turn this guy on. And do I need to turn the... Do I need to turn... Oh. Do I need to turn this on? Let's see. No, it's gray. So... Okay, so let's get this guy. And I'm going to dump these off here. And we're going to grab some bales here and see what happens. I'm just going to knock them all over first. There we go, just to make this a little easier. All right, so that should be good. I should probably line up a little better. That's not it. There we go. There we go, right as rain. Oh. Bring this down. And we're going to do our little hook maneuver. Back it up, lift it up, back it up. There we go. Awesome. So the question is, how do we put these on there? Now, I don't know why you wouldn't just do it the other way that I showed you earlier, because this is like, I don't know, this is kind of a pain in the butt. So how does this work? Will this just automatically load them? Can I just set them on here like, boop? I don't think that that's how it's supposed to go. We'll see what happens. So hang on. What? Hold on. We'll get this a little bit closer. Well, no, we'll just let it run. So we'll watch what happens here, because I'm not sure if it's going to suck the bale out. If it'll do all three bales at once. In real life, you probably should just put on one bale at a time. This could screw the whole thing up. We'll see. There it goes. Oh, cool. Oh, yeah. It's shrinking the bale. That's funny. That's an interesting way to handle that. So the good news is you can do 3 at a time. That makes our lives a little bit easier. It's not so realistic, though. You really should only be putting 1 bale on. If you want to keep it realistic, you just put 1 bale on at a time. But it can do 3. That's really cool. There goes the next one. You can kind of see the whole process going on here. So it sucks the bale in. I think this is probably the dryer stage. It gets all the flakes and stuff off. And then it dumps them up here, and then they automatically just go right back into the bin. And this is, let's see here, how's this pallet working? 26, 27. So 3 bales will keep it busy for a while. We are going to have to get our forklift and move some of these pallets off. But you can make pallets pretty quickly, which is cool if you want to sell them. You know, look, here we go. We're full up. We're going to have to, the processing is going to stop because they're full, so we need to move those off. So I would say you definitely are going to need a telehandler for this DLC. I mean, obviously, the game gives you a bunch of them, so it's not like you're going to be hurting for it. Whoops, telehandler. But, you know, we're making pallets at an alarming rate. You're also going to need some kind of trailer, which I brought one up here. So we'll sell these at market here once we get these off the... We'll see how these bales do. Are they a little bit easier to use than the other ones? No. If I put the tractor under the pallet. Oh, that'll work. Yeah, those are easy. Okay. And these are, you can use these. They said you can also burn these. You can drop them off at the Hyzomat and burn them. Now, I think you probably, before you package them, if you're packaging them, I'm pretty sure once they're packaged, that's it. Like, that didn't work. They're ready to sell. So, like, you can't do anything with these now that they're packaged. But that sucks. I can't believe I just did that. Ugh. All right, I'll fix this. I'll be back. So I had a phone call, and while I was on the phone, this thing is continuing to process. And so it made 4 pallets. It's probably ready for a 5th. Right now it's on 0. Now, interestingly, it's still running. Look at now, it's just stopped. It just stopped. Okay. So it's making another pallet, but now the palletizer. Oh, and it tells us on a message the palletizer's empty. Cool. So we can just throw some more bales. It took a while to process those, though. Maybe like 10 or 15 minutes. And then we have these. So let's go ahead and run into town and sell them at our bale sell point, which we haven't placed yet. We'll do that next. Can hear the wood chipper going out there. Sorry. Boop. There we go. So that's our sell point. So we're going to drive over there and sell. But you can put it anywhere. Honestly, if you're smart, you just put it right next to the building, wherever you place your facility. Oh. Then we don't have to drive these things all over the place. But I kind of like it, make it a little bit more realistic. It's kind of fun to do it this way. I'm hoping that the trailer will be low enough. Yep, and they sold all of them. $20,000 for 4 of those. That's pretty... That's better than what you get for bales. Now, the price will go up and down, though, so you got to be careful you don't sell too many, or you try to sell them all at once, like as many as possible. But I think that's a really cool system. So here you can see, oh, and just so you can see it too, this is what the hay pellets look like over here. They're obviously a little bit more green because they're formed out of grass. These are formed out of straw. So you can have the brown and the green. And once again, I think that this is a unique system that they've put into the game. I don't know. It's up to you. This one's a tough one because a lot of people are not going to like the price. I mean, I definitely know for sure at least half of my viewers that I've talked to are like, nah, that's too expensive. Another thing that's going to kind of turn people off is that it's only available on PC, so the console people are going to be mad about it, but whatever, it is what it is. I think that this, personally, as an adult, I do save anywhere from $30 to $50 a month, and I put it in my PayPal account. Sometimes it's money from YouTube, sometimes it's money from donations, but or sometimes it's just my own personal money. But I do save a little bit each month and put it aside, so when something like this comes out, I can afford to buy it. So when somebody's like, hey, it's $20, I think, okay, that's not bad. As you can see here, I mean, we've been, and of course I tend to be long-winded, but we've had an almost hour-long video covering all the things, and I've been pretty quick about what these things do. It's not like I'm spending a lot of time on each device, But right there, just to make this video, there's so much new stuff in this DLC that it took me an hour almost to put together a video. So my point is this: there's a lot of content for $20, and if you are looking for a new type of quote unquote crop, something new to do with straw, a new industry to include in your farm, I think that DLC is a great way to go. I don't think $20 is too much for what they're doing. Once again, you got to remember, Giants DLCs are cheaper because Giants sells the farm sim, and they still are selling 13, and they're still selling 15, and they're still selling 17. They have 3 huge mega games that are still selling copies today. And they have all of that income rolling into their studio so that their developers are paid, and they don't have to charge as much for a DLC. They can charge $12 because they've got all this other money coming in. This company is a small company that only makes add-ons for Flight Sim and Farm Sim and some of these other games out there. So it's understandable that they have to charge a little bit more to cover their costs. They have to pay their developers. They have to pay the people that, do the artwork and the graphics and all the delivery and the server, everything that they're doing, they have to pay for. And it's not like Giants where they have a bunch of money coming in. So I think when you take that perspective on it, you understand that $20 really isn't that much money to pay for a really good product. Let's face it, these are top-notch items. And yeah, a couple of the balers are a little bit redundant, but the fact that I can do the 3 bales off the back of the baler, off the square baler, is really cool. It doesn't help you much if you're going to wrap, but for straw, it's really good. The fact that I can, turn these into pellets and sell them and make a whole industry based around this, I think that's a really cool addition to the game and gives you something to shoot for. And really, this game, a big part of the farm sim is growing your farm and getting into new industries and buying new equipment and upgrading. And anytime that you have a DLC like this that adds a ton of content, you have new things to go for. Definitely, you need some big equipment to operate this stuff. And so you have goals that you set, and you're like, hey, I want to eventually get into pellets. Well, you got to buy this and this and this and this. That's cool because it gives you something to grind towards in the farm. It gives you a goal. So I think that this is definitely a worthwhile thing. If you're a teenager and you don't got $20 and your parents won't give you $20, I understand, and that is frustrating. I've been there. There's times when I'm broke and I can't afford it either, and I've been there. I understand your frustration. But if you have the $20 and you love Farm Sim and you like all things farming, I think that this is a very worthwhile pack. And I definitely am very impressed with the quality of the DLC that they've given us and the different items that come with it. I think it's just really cool. So in closing, I hope you found this review insightful, helpful. And if this is up your alley, like it is up my alley, I think you're going to really enjoy this product. I'm definitely looking forward to using it, and I think that it's got some really neat features. And there's probably more, too, that I've missed. I mean, there's just these developers have ways of hiding things in there. I tried to get everything that I could by going through the manual and kind of sharing with you what I found. But this is a really neat product, and I think that you're going to enjoy it and have fun with it. So I hope this was helpful. If you liked what you saw, give me a thumbs up, please. Subscribe to my channel. We do these all the time. Anytime that new farming games or farming-related DLCs come out, I try to get coverage for you. And also, if you want to donate, if you really like what you saw, you can always go to the link in the description, click it, and to get my PayPal page. Have a great night, guys, and we will see you next time on Farm Sim 17. And once again, I hope you enjoyed this review.